Alright, and back with the second part of this video, and since this is truly a preview, go ahead and look at block 1 here. Look at the week 1 games, and I'm running short on time, so you guys will be able to see this better than I can probably. Mainly out of conference games. Some conference games are mixed in here. Definitely got some interesting matchups. A lot of the out-of-conference games, can't remember all of them or many off the top of my head, but I know a lot of you guys play the same, start your season at least out-of-conference the same way. So one of the big matchups will be Noel and Oregon against Coach Big Red and Auburn. I don't know how long they've played, but they've been playing for a while. Last season, Auburn beat Boise, and I believe that was Boise's only loss on the season. So I know Noah will be looking for revenge. So you look at Michael James. Auburn has a set of very good running backs, and they have, to me, the best tight end on the game. Very fast, has good hands. Auburn looking at trying to pull this one out. They're definitely going to have to control the trenches, and they're going to have to stop this guy, Mr. Thomas. Good, knows a dual threat guy, but he can make passes, and that is going to be really what decides the game. I think Auburn will be able to play the run pretty well, keep James from breaking off a lot of big plays. The question is, can they defend the pass as well as they can defend the run? And they've got a good front four, so they're going to be looking to get pressure all game and make things tough for Oregon. And as most of their games have, at least the last couple of seasons, they'll come down to the last couple of plays to see what will happen. It's going to be up to me, the Auburn defense. Turnovers, I don't think will be as big of a deal in this, but I think that's what it'll come down to. And you see that LSU and Tulane, the big run game. You got Florida at Miami, a rival game. And you've got two very good coaches here. Dealer, very happy to have his team after another nasty stint at Miami comes to a short end. And the Florida coach has been waiting a while to get his hands on them, as we've talked over instant message, and know he's happy to be there. Interesting game. Two very good teams, very fast teams, deep teams. Really the only difference I see is you got Harris on Miami that's capable of running the ball some, add that dual threat option, but Demps is a difference maker, the fastest guy on the field. So we got to be wary of him at all times. And basically it's going to come down to who can make plays late in the second half. And you see there, they've got one of the best safeties in the game, Miami, Ray. And then Doc and T-Fan, Pitt at Oklahoma State. You got Justin Blackman, one of the best receivers in the nation. And a lot of trash talking going on here at the end of last season. But VTech brings their completely white jerseys to South Carolina to deal with the battering ram that is Lattimore. And Arkansas, big stamping against Litez, TCU. Another classic here, NC State at Connecticut. Dave and Homie doing battle like they do every season. And Russell Wilson, who somehow keeps evading getting to Wisconsin. So we'll see how he does. But also week 2's got some interesting games here. Of course, I can't scroll down. I guess that's what I get for doing this a little later than I planned. But you see some smaller games, big games. Ohio State against Air Force. John back at Air Force, and I know he doesn't have a good team, but he runs the ball well. And see it having one of his favorite 120 teams, and he will give him problems. We'll see how that is. And then probably the marquee matchup, Oklahoma against Alabama, who's an Bama fan, our resident Call of Duty players doing battle on the gridiron like they do every season. And Oklahoma, whose will definitely have the talent to help make this even. Got Broyles at receiver, Landry Jones at quarterback, and really Landry is going to be the difference maker in this game because Bama's got good linebackers, as does Oklahoma, but he's really going to have to be able to pass the ball and pass it well. Their defense will be able to generate some pressure in the pass, but the real key is going to be stopping number 3, Mr. Richardson. He's he's a monster and a half. They can still pass the ball too, which is what makes Bama really scary. And once that defense gets a lead, things go bad. But you've got a good line headed by their center, and then you've got Richardson behind him. So Oklahoma will have their hands full. And being on the road, we'll see how that is. And you got Penn State at Boise. And Kellen Moore, definitely the star in this game. One of his last seasons in NCAA. And Penn State headed by their line block, taking Michigan and shoelace to Clemson to do battle the brothers. Michigan State at Eastern Michigan. Boy, this is a talent mismatch, but never count Johnny out. And VVV at Nick. And I wouldn't sell Kent State short because they've done it before. And Notre Dame and Florida, a good game. And then also this one, another big one for Virginia Tech. Can't complain about schedule this season. Taking on UConn, the accurate quarterback against the ball-hawking corner. Well, that will be an interesting matchup and see if he can avoid him. But that is it for now. Heading off to work, so signing out. See you guys next week.